All right, let's go. My thoughts waking up this morning?
I'm definitely hurt, but also excited.
The crypto market may be a little flat, but I'm more amped up than Tim Walz when he's about to restock the men's bathroom full of tampons. So I hope you're all enjoying your holiday weekend, whether you went out partying or took the family to a puppet show.
I am unemployed right now.
Maybe you brought your half-brother to a soccer match or took a vacation to Mount Touchmore. It's definitely important to remember what this weekend is really all about, and that is praising George Floyd for his 5 years of sobriety. So we got a lot to get to today, from the incompetence of AOC to an encounter with the real-life Big Pharma. Some questions will answer themselves.
Can someone tell me what MAGA men find attractive so that I can wear the complete opposite?
While other problems are beyond belief.
Pedophilia is not a choice. I can choose not to harm minors, but I can't choose to stop being attracted to them.
So it doesn't matter if you like to suck dicks in the crowd, or if your pronouns are fee, fi, fo, and fum. Just remember that orange man equals bad, and Trump derangement syndrome is very real.
These sick bastards in the House just passed their big, beautiful fucking bill, and it's full of cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP. That means poor people, sick people, disabled people, hungry families. Apparently your survival is too fucking expensive.
So do try to keep your pants on, and remember, not everyone goes to islands where hundreds of children are being sex trafficked, but when they do, they visit 37 times.
I would trust that guy to babysit my kids.
As you know, I always try to deliver the hard facts.
We don't care about losers. We care about winning because we're fucking winners, and all these haters can kiss my ass.
Take a listen to Charles Hoskinson on the possibility of Ripple's next big acquisition.
I think it'd make the space better. There's like this Coinbase A16Z Circle Mafia where they've built an ecosystem and it's self-serving in that ecosystem. And if you're outside of it, you get completely blacklisted and it's hard to get listed, it's hard to get liquidity, and it's hard to get a stable coin. So by XRP coming in, it breaks apart that monopoly and creates more diversity. And I think they'll be a better custodian and frankly higher integrity than some of the people, especially on the Circle side.
And this is pretty interesting. Here's the predicted timeline for XRP to reach $27. Crypto chartist EGRAG Crypto predicts XRP could reach $27 by July of 2025. This prediction is based on XRP's 2017 price pattern. EGRAG says, after a 600% price surge from 50 cents to $3.40 between November 2024 and January 2025, XRP is currently consolidating. A breakout above the $2.70 to $3 level could trigger a rise of over 1,700%, mirroring its 2017 rally. And we'll take a look at all the updated target price levels in just a minute, but first, let's take a look at some other top headlines.
We are going big on digital assets. So Trump administration has made digital assets a priority. Past administration starved and almost made extinct a lot of these companies and pushed it offshore. So what we want to do is apply the highest U.S. regulatory AML standards to digital assets, especially stable coins. And I've seen estimates that just over the short term, stable coins could create $2 trillion of demand for U.S. Treasuries and Treasury bills. To put that in context, the number is probably about $300 billion right now.
The Genius Act is a watershed moment in how we approach digital finance while also preserving the institutions that have served our nation for decades. Digital assets are the future.
I'm on day 6 of my hunger strike, although there has been no response from UCLA about my hunger strike.
Because nobody cares.
Listen, I was just watching your clips, and we have this low birth rate in America, and it all made sense to me. It just hit me right now, because who's going to sleep with these ugly-ass, broke, crazy, deranged, TDS liberal women? I mean, you look at these rallies, it's like a bunch of women that no guy wants to sleep with and a bunch of dudes that want to sleep with each other.
Brittany Griner caught mouthing white girl regarding Caitlin Clark. I really can't fault her for this because I was doing the same thing while watching TJ McConnell. Speaker Mike Johnson clears the air about the big, beautiful bill on Fake Tapper's show.
We are not cutting Medicaid in this package. There's a lot of misinformation out there about this, Jake. The numbers of Americans who are affected are those that are entwined in our work to eliminate fraud, waste, and abuse. And what do I mean by that? You got more than 1.4 million illegal aliens on Medicaid. Medicaid is not intended for non-U.S. citizens. It's intended for the most vulnerable populations of Americans, which is pregnant women and young single mothers, the disabled, the elderly. They are protected in what we're doing because we're preserving the resources for those who need it most. You're talking about 4.8 million able-bodied workers, young men, for example, who are on Medicaid and not working. They are choosing not to work when they can. That is called fraud. They are cheating the system.
This guy gets it.
This morning, every single Democrat just voted against the largest middle-class tax cuts in American history. They voted no on no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. They voted no on bigger paychecks for working families. They voted no to the child tax credits. They voted no to small business relief. They voted no to slashing the death tax. And yes, they even voted no to boosting take-home pay by over $12,000 a year for families. Why? Because they'd rather fund IRS agents to come after you and foreign wars to send my generation to the front lines of than help American workers every single day. Remember this when you go to the ballot box next November in the midterms.
This lady doesn't.
They cut my motherfucking food stamps to $85 from $738. How the fuck? That's supposed to support a household of 3.
Maybe get a job? El Salvador has launched a new program to rebuild all 5,000 schools within their country. It's really nice to see a country investing in education and hard work rather than rewarding laziness with welfare. People are making fun of the new song by Machine Gun Kelly, and I'm not really sure what the big deal is, because I kind of like it.
Mop, 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 all day long. Mop, 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 while I sing that song.
To create a dollar-backed stablecoin is an important strategic asset.
Trump World Global?
Well, they would have to comply with the new federal law.
Right.
And no one right now complies with the work that we've done in the House or Senate on a stablecoin act. Circle doesn't fully comply. Tether's not even in the United States. It's outside the U.S. It wouldn't comply. So if we have a high standard, the world will come to that high standard for enforcement and for definition. And, you know, if the Trump coin can meet that definition, so be it. There'll be multiple competing stable coins, in my view. You see the headlines today that the large banks are thinking about collectively having a stable coin.
It's not just that the pardons were signed with an auto pen. It's that clearly the former president, Joe Biden, had absolutely no awareness of or any clue about what was being signed in his name when he's on a beach in Delaware doing God knows what. In other words, you have all these instances where you can show that something was signed by an auto pen when Joe Biden was not even physically present, aware, around at all. And so the accumulation of evidence makes clear that Joe Biden had no awareness, no knowledge, no participation, and frankly, in the administration of government for 4 years, but in particular, in this case, with respect to these pardons, which then means, of course, the Department of Justice has its own authorities to pursue as it sees fit.
And for everyone who thinks of Joe Biden as just a nice old man who we should have sympathy for, maybe you forgot this.
And if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
All right, let's take a quick look at some target price levels for both XRP and Bitcoin. We'll start off with a look at XRP on the 2-week scale, as there are less false signals on a higher time frame. There is a bit of a warning sign here. If the stochastic RSI stays below this 20 level, which is the red line, that's a bad sign that will probably lead to more bearish momentum. However, we also see that there is a hidden bullish divergence when comparing RSI and SRSI with the XRP price. 2 areas to pay attention to would be this pink box, which is made up of the fib retracement levels of what should be the worst case scenario if the next bear market started today, and this green box, which is signaled as the next take profit zone based on fib extension levels of previous bull runs. The pink box sits between 49 cents and 74 cents, and the green box is up here between $4.50 and $7.43. If we move over here and take a look at Bitcoin, there is still a lot of bullish momentum with the SRSI still above the 80 level and the MACD still in green. there is a slight bearish divergence comparing price with RSI, but if we can stay above this 68.24 level on the RSI, you should expect another leg up. We also have the measured target move from the breakout of this descending broadening wedge pattern, which is around the $122,000 level. You should also keep in mind that there is a CME gap at $91,970, which doesn't have to play out during this bull cycle, but did fill the last time this happened last month. So you know I'll be watching and I'll keep you updated with any new information. I hope you spend some time reflecting on the true meaning of Memorial Day, because while transgender people have 9 calendar holidays, the brave men and women who fought and died for our freedom only have one. I think we can all agree that not every shirt should come in size extra large tent. Personally, I don't think I'm better than anyone else, but we are definitely not all the same.
Pause. What are you doing?
He's warming up about to preheat the microwave.
We are living in a world where 25% of liberals are on medication for mental illness, which is extremely scary because it means 75% are running around untreated. With the thousands of welfare programs we have in this country, why have I never seen a headline that says, "Government program ends as its intended goal has been achieved"? Maybe things will be a lot better if we all just took a deep breath and calmed down.
He didn't use his turn signal! Turn signal!
And if you have a couple more minutes, you may also like this video right here, Top Reasons That the Crypto Floodgates Are About to Open. Until the next time, be safe.